Hey everybody, welcome to AJS News. This is video 2 of 2 for today.
But first, an important word from our sponsors. Hey guys, I'm here to tell you about a brand new service from our partners at Surfshark. This one is called Incogni. Have you ever signed up to a newsletter or tried to get an extra 10% off by throwing in your email into the promo code area and you start getting a bunch of spam?
Unfortunately.
Yes. It's,
Happened to me.
And me too, Joe. And you need to delete all that stuff. Get the internet clean from all of your personal information. Alex, how do we do that?
Well, you can do it by yourself, and you can contact every single database that has all of your information.
Oh, my God, no.
Or you can get Incogni, and they do it for you. It's all in one service.
And there you go. And right now, if you check out Incogni and sign up, the first 100 people with us will get a 20% off deal to check it out, see if it's something that you need, and enjoy. All right, guys? Thank you so much for watching. Enjoy the video. In this digital age, this new service is important. Some of you out there may need it. Click the links down below, look at it, see if it's something that you need, and let's get to the gaming news. So first off, if you want our reactions to a certain major event that happened, go watch video 1. And me and Joe are very happy, right?
Oh, yeah.
Very, very happy. So
I'm happy about it, too.
You're happy about it,
I think
too?
he's great.
All right, go have a beer with us after this. Let's go out.
I
Let's
love
celebrate.
beer. Yeah, it's great. I just don't follow him and watch him go to the bathroom like OJ does. So.
Yeah, well, I don't either. But, what the man does in his own time is his own business. Anyway, so what is happening on Gaming News Part 2? I know it's kind of a slow week.
Yeah.
Other than the big announcement of our boy Superman returning.
Yeah, so Netflix has been doing all sorts of things. They're changing their business model. They don't want you sharing passwords. They're thinking about doing ads. They're actually looking to get into gaming. They're actually been talking about cloud gaming this week. So Vice President of Gaming, Mike Verdu, says the company is seriously exploring a foray into cloud gaming, so like Stadia did. And when asked about Stadia, he said, we're not asking you to subscribe to a console replacement. It's completely different. Business to play model. The hope is over time it just becomes a very natural way to play games. Also adding that Stadia was a technical success. It was fun to play games on Stadia. It had some issues with the business model though. Acknowledging that it's not that we thought that the Stadia controller was bad or that the service was bad. It was just they monetized it in the worst possible way and it failed. The market spoke and you fucked up.
Yeah,
so,
I don't mind a multi-million-dollar company investing in anything having to do with games, especially if they're willing to learn from false starts and shitty business models of other companies that tried to do it before, which it seems like Netflix is. Do I think it's successful or can be? Maybe, but it's going to take quite a few years, right, to get there. So I kind of just want to fast forward to see what it looks like, what exactly they're talking about, but are we even going to get there? Because the decisions you were saying before you mentioned the games, I was about to say, and I'm about to cancel that shit because I mean, you ain't got no House of Dragon. You don't even have Rings of Disaster.
They got The Witcher.
They got The Witcher. That's right. They do got The Witcher. So I guess
Great
I'll
British
have
Bake Off.
I don't watch that show, but you do,
I
so
do.
I got to
Legends?
turn it on for
Arcane.
Yeah.
Arcane.
Okay. Arcane. All right. Well, then I'll turn it back on for Arcane.
Yeah.
Because but they're pissing me off lately, and if they didn't have
Nailed
something-
It is amazing.
It is.
I do like
do
Nailed
like
It.
that.
Yeah. So
Like
okay.
me.
Well,
I'm running out of things to praise Netflix.
well, you've actually, unfortunately, done a good job of justifying some of its costs, and if they can add more stuff to it, like, hey guys, in addition to your subscription, we have a collection of curated games that you can play streaming for free. Boom. That would be fucking awesome. They already do that a little bit with their little shitty mobile games and crap that you have to download, but it's shitty mobile games and crap so far. Hopefully, they can evolve that.
Let's see what the prices would be.
Yeah, if they want to have it bundled,
You know
all
they're
in.
going to charge more. It's probably like $5 additional a month. Who knows? Maybe even 10
I think
a
more
month.
than
It
that.
could be $15 if they're trying to do like
15
a
additional more.
if they're really trying to blow this thing up. I mean, if this is successful 5 years from now, I think it'll cost $15, $20 to try to if they're trying to do a Game Pass type thing. Because
On top of your subscription or
top.
in addition?
On top.
Or separately?
or they'll do tiered, or they'll figure out some way to do it.
Well, with the Xbox Game Pass and Sony's thing, it's kind of hard to to do so.
Oh, very, very much so. And then Xbox is trying to do it where you can just get an Xbox controller connected to your TV and just stream that way. They can only do it with certain TVs can let you do it, but they're trying to branch it out to a bunch of other people too. So there's going to be a lot of competition in cloud gaming coming up.
Yeah.
We got a really great. I love this story. Diablo Immortal players are pissed, and I love that they're pissed because Blizzard fucked up. Of course,
Once
they fucked
again.
up. There was a gem called the Blessing of a Who Gives a Shit. The Blessing of the Worthy. No one who spent money in Diablo Immortal is worthy of anything. Not even love.
The blessing.
No one loves you.
We told y'all not to do that. shit.
Yeah. And so what happened is that on the gem, it said, do something with your maximum life, which is great because if it's based on your maximum life, even when you're at low life, you get all the benefits and all those other things. Apparently that was a typo because that gem was too good. And so it's supposed, and then they changed it to current life, which is significantly less good. Now, if you play a lot of Diablo, you understand that that's a pretty big deal.
Yeah.
Now, the issue is when I play Diablo 2 or Diablo 3 and these other games where I didn't spend money for the items, it doesn't fucking matter. I was just like, I'll just get something else. People spent money trying to get this fucking item because
it said that thing.
yeah, and this is what the business model is. And so when you're a piece of shit soulless company and you sell people items through shitty loot boxes and random chance, and then you nerf an item that someone spent, I mean, I don't want to say thousands, but it could have been thousands of dollars.
To try to get the drop.
And then you nerf it.
You're fucked up.
Yeah.
And you're gonna
Big
have
time.
angry people.
There's a lot of angry people on like the subreddit, on Twitter about this. Talking about this gem was falsely advertised and players bought it with the intent that it would work as described. They're calling it a blessing of the scam typo. So.
I hope Blizzard does nothing for you. I hope Blizzard says, you know what? Fuck you guys. Give me money.
That's basically what they did.
Fuck you. You already gave me money. That's what I want them to do. I don't want them to do the PR thing where it's like, okay, well, we will change it back. No, it's too powerful to change back, they think. So they're like, nah, don't worry about it. We'll give you an additional 200 gold coin currency so you can buy a skin. You can buy 1/5 of a skin.
Yeah. Well, it'll be
As a sorry.
98% of a skin, so you have to go to the store and spend more money in a weird
2%
value.
of a skin.
Yeah. And so
yeah, fuck y'all.
I love that you're mad. I love that you wasted your money. So great. Next
They
story.
told you.
Yeah, we told you. Don't fucking spend any money. It's a goddamn mobile game.
Stop it. And it is one of our favorite franchises, and it's being butchered and changed, and we don't like that because if that shit is successful, they'll continue to do it to other franchises.
Well, let's talk about Diablo 4 now. The betas have been going on, and they're under NDA, but I don't know if you know this. People on the internet don't follow NDAs ever under any circumstance. And so
I do.
Oh, yeah. Well,
Because we're professional, but a lot of people aren't.
all of these beta testers were told this is confidential. We're going to be showing you some of the end game stuff within Diablo 4. We're going to be like showing you all this other things. Don't tell anybody.
Can't have nice things.
And so immediately they told everybody everything that was in there.
Why
Full
would you
videos.
assume they would be so honest?
Oh, I know. I mean, I'm not gonna tell anyone, but because I got into the beta. I'm not
I
telling
didn't get
anyone.
in. Did you get
I
in?
didn't get in.
I didn't
You have
get
to like
Yeah,
they
you-
they prioritize people who have spent an absurd amount of time in Diablo 2 and 3,
Good.
and I am unfortunately one of those people. So, yeah, and so they're posting everything. So if you're
Maybe not
hungry for spoilers, they're all over the internet. We're talking about videos and screenshots, gameplay. But the response actually seems to be pretty positive for what's come out. So,
Like I said, I think Diablo 4 is going to be good. I think it's going to be successful because Blizzard has no choice. If Diablo 4 comes out and it's a fucking disaster, it's a microtransaction-filled piece of shit, or if the story sucks, or if the gameplay sucks, they are in major trouble. Doom. But no, they know, okay, we can't fuck this up. We've already taken. We've already been hit from all angles. We got to give them one gem to remind them what we were.
well, they also know
Not what we were, but what they were. These are the pictures up on the wall of the people that used to work there.
yeah, all gamers are dumb. And so they will immediately see one success from Blizzard and go, they're completely changed. They're back. Everything is forgiven. And then that's, so that could be the case if they want to put this thing out because gamers are stupid. All right. Marvel Midnight Suns hints that Deadpool may be joining the team. There's a lot of speculation because
I just assumed motherfucker would already be in it, right?
He's
'Cause it's
one of the top characters.
Top characters, but they're like, hey, they better not be doing like hey, we're gonna do a DLC
Yeah.
with the Deadpool.
So the Midnight Suns Twitter account's been taken over by Deadpool.
Oh.
He's renamed the channel to Deadpool Suns, saying he won't relinquish control until these nerds put me in their Midnight Suns game.
Mm-hmm.
So it sounds like he's going to be put in, or it could just be like a really shitty marketing thing.
If it ends up DLC, it's gonna be a shitty marketing
Yeah.
thing.
So
Like they'll be like, all right, I came to terms with these motherfuckers. I'll give them their Twitter back, but they said that it has to be a DLC. So please buy it.
buy special card packs for the game. It's already a stacked roster. We got Captain America, Blade, Magic, Iron Man, Wolverine, Doctor Strange, Captain Marvel, Nico, Minoru, Ghost Rider, which is the Robbie Reyes incarnation, Spider-Man, and Scarlet Witch. So,
Yeah, Deadpool would be cool. So as long as I don't have to pay for him.
but what if you do have to pay for them?
If I have to pay for him,
That'd be
no.
shitty.
I mean, I'd have to play the game first to see how much is there because, like, I'm not against expansions. I'm not against DLC, but I am if there's not sufficient enough
Yeah.
in the original release, and I'm looking for more, and it's positive and it's reasonably priced. Sure, we can talk about it, but we'll have to wait until we get there.
Yeah.
That's not until what, November or something? No, they
Moved
delayed
it.
that. Yeah.
So I don't have the date in front of me for this one, but it was delayed quite a bit. I think it's until next year.
Yeah, before March or something like that.
All right. So we got an update on Tencent. We've talked a lot about them buying up all these companies, and one of the reasons why is their overall value is crashing. The Chinese market has been pretty hostile against them and their companies. They're only getting like one game approved in like the last year or so. And their shareholder, I mean, it's like they're no longer the biggest company. Like other companies, the largest company now is a rice wine company. So like they're on their way down. And which it kind of explains, this whole article just kind of explains why they've been going out and buying all these American companies.
They're more
right?
aggressive
And they're
now.
trying to get more aggressive with all these things because the market in China has been actively hostile against them. Now, what's interesting about that is that could see a shift because we've seen a massive shift towards mobile games and microtransactions and things that are friendly to the Chinese market. But as the Chinese market continues to get more hostile towards video games, it could mean that some of these companies that were leaning in that direction may be pivoting back because if they can't get their games approved, then there's no reason to be making these games. So we'll just have to see what ends up happening with it if the Chinese government decides that they just don't want this kind of thing. They keep making new laws saying kids can't play video games. You can only play a couple hours a day. You can only do these other things.
Yeah.
So
what are they gonna do?
it's almost like, well, their company, their value is crashing right now. Like the value
Hey,
of the
you
company.
can come to the great states of America. You can come on over here and make games over here, make a lot of money. We love the games, like the Wukong people. If the Wukong people want to come over here and make games
Make
over
real
here,
games,
I'm
not
down
mobile
with it.
games, though.
Yeah, not mobile game, but I'm talking about the Wukong. Remember that?
Yeah,
That shit
yeah.
looks real. That shit looks good, and I'm looking forward to it. So if China wants to fuck around and say, no, y'all can't, be successful doing this, then, come to the land of opportunity. We would be more than happy to accept skilled video game developers.
Oh, absolutely. All right, we got an update, and then an update, and then an update this week from the Bayonetta voice actress compensation.
Oh my God, I felt so foolish. We talked about it. We thought we took somebody at face value, and then it comes out what? It was like a day or two after that more information
Well, that's
came out.
technically
And I
not.
was like, motherfucker, making me look like an idiot.
So there's a lot. So she originally said that she was only offered $4,000 to perform in the game.
So that was a lie.
And then someone.
And when you lie, look, Helena Taylor, when you lie like that right off the bat, I don't give a fuck anymore. You better come correct that first time. I don't care if they were still underpaying you. I don't care if this. Like, when you make a public announcement and you get a bunch of people behind you and you initiate a boycott, you need to have all of your ducks in a row, all of the receipts, everything ready. Because there's
Exactly.
so many times where I've wanted to initiate a huge boycott of a game, and I'm like, no, I can't do it. We need to do research and this and that. And it's like, but you went out there recklessly and you miss. I don't know, represented the entire situation. And that's why I'm no longer boycotting this game, because I was going to boycott. I was like, nah, I'm not going to play that. But I am totally open to purchasing it now. And Jennifer Hale, I think, has handled this, professionally, as I expected her to. And unfortunately, Helena Taylor has, this is just a fucking mess.
Oh, and it gets worse.
What?
It just go back and forth. Because then eventually, Jason Schreier and people at Bloomberg put out a report saying that it was $3,000 to $4,000 per session, totaling about $15,000.
And then she said, that's a lie.
So she said an absolute lie. Let me see what it been absolute lie and trying to save their ass and the game.
I remember that.
I would like to put this whole bloody franchise behind me, quite frankly.
You know, what we should have detected, Joe, is there was some weird stuff, because I watched that first video, but there were multiple videos, right, that she had posted. I think it was like by part 4. She was saying stuff like Jennifer Hale doesn't have the right to sign merchandise as Bayonetta. And I'm like if I heard, the fuck are you talking about? That's like, I don't know. That's turning into weird, difficult Karen shit or whatever. It's like, what are you talking about? If she's prepaid, like, you don't see fucking, voices of Batman, Kevin, do fucking telling other people you can't sign shit as Batman because everybody knows me as the voice of Batman. It's like, shut the fuck up, man. So it's like you start doing stuff like that. Now you're starting to make me believe you're being difficult and being a problem.
Oh, she's definitely being a problem. And then we got an update after that because it turns out she was misrepresenting the truth because there was a $4,000 offer. So what happened? What came out this morning is, turns out the initial insulting offer was $10,000 for total. Which I don't even want to get into the politics of voice acting in video games, but that's way too fucking low for the amount of work.
That is insulting.
And fucking shame on you for offering voice actors.
Exactly. We have to make that very clear. We do not support underpaying voice actors. That's disgusting, and it's something that she should have started with, said the entire fucking situation, and we could all be good.
Yeah.
And then they upped it to $15,000 after she wrote a letter saying like, what the hell, you have to pay me what I'm worth. And so they're like, fine, we'll give you 15. The $4,000 offer she referenced came almost a year after she turned down her role reprisal, which was to voice some lines for a cameo appearance. So there was a $4,000 offer. It just was for something completely
like
different. And she misrepresented it
I'm
completely.
just going to use this lower number that they recently offered me after I said, fuck off, I'm leaving. And then when I came crawling back saying, hey, can I get a little bit? And then they said, okay, well, we'll have to do 4,000 since we've already moved forward with all this other thing. I was like, what? 4,000? That is insulting. I'm going to tell everybody.
Yeah. So she's still saying that, she didn't ask for a 6-figure pay package, saying I'm a team player, which is asking for a fair living wage in line with the value I bring to the game. And then she starts talking about how there's all these like gaming journalists that are like bought and paid for. And it's just like, well, we can report on what you say, and what you've said has been crazy. And then now that we've got all these informations, we've got the emails, Jason Schreier and people at Bloomberg have looked at the reports. It's like, all right, people have seen what everything is, and while you technically were kind of sort of telling a half-truth, you still fucking misrepresented it to attack this company for no reason. So hopefully today's update was the last update, and we can just forget about all this shit.
She wrote that, when she got the 10,000 offer, she wrote in Japanese to Hiriki Kamiya to ask what she was worth. I thought, as a creative, he would understand. He replied saying how much he valued my contribution and how much the fans would want me to voice. Then he offered me an extra 5,000, but she wrote it as 50,000. So, God, just edit your fucking tweets. Okay, so 5,000. She meant 5,000, which would have brought it up to 15. Then she declined a voice, heard nothing from them for 11 months. So that is a clean break situation. I mean, obviously, Platinum Games is like, we're making this game. We need to have somebody voice it. They're not just sitting on their hands for 11 months. And then the studio offered her that 4,000 flat fee for a cameo. And then she writes, any other lies, such as the 4,000 for 5 sessions, are a total fabrication, which would have been 20,000. which isn't that far off from the 15,000 that she was initially offered. So there were not extensive negotiations. Her tweet reads, "I've also been informed of ridiculous fiction, such as I asked for $250,000. Of course, when the internet takes something, then so they're harassing her, they're taking on her, but then her fans also harassed Jennifer Hale because Jennifer Hale had not commented, and then when she commented, it seemed like she was all pro-corporate and this and that. So it's a fucking mess. And then she says, "I'm a team player. Like you said, I was just asking to be fair, living wage in line with the value I bring to the game. I was paid a shockingly low total of 3,000 total for the first game. That's 3,000 British pounds for the first game. A little more for a second, which was, some people were saying that they wanted to offer twice as much as she got on this game that she got for the second. So it turns out that's true. If she made a little more than the first game, it was probably like 5,000, 6,000 something. And I wanted to voice her. I have drummed up interest in this game ever since I started in Twitter in 2001. So just a fucking messy, terrible situation. And then the fucking Japanese dude, beware my rules or something like that. It made it so much worse. This thing did not need to be like this. And ultimately, when the dust settles and clears, I still think Platinum Games looks like shit because they paid... Like, maybe you can get over the fact that, hey, 3,000 for the first game. We didn't know this was going to be a hit. This is 15 years ago, however long ago it was. But when that thing takes off, and it is now made over $450 million, not counting the merchandise. So let's just say $650 million if we're being generous to the merchandise. Sure, you could say, well, there's the cost of the game development, so maybe, 100 million each game. So then you're like, okay, so there's 250 million, then there's profits. So it's not exactly the most multi-billion dollars, but still at the same time, you shouldn't be paying your lead voice actress $5,000, $4,000. In this case, it was $15,000 is what she could get it up to. So
it sparked an interesting conversation because someone like the guy who did the voice for Detroit Become Human has said that, look, I've had all sorts of issues with things like this before, where a studio will come and say,
here's what you're doing.
I want to give you this much money to do this. And then, like, seeing the numbers, like, this is shockingly low. And he's like, it's not even enough to hit the minimum for the Screen Actors Guild, which I think still handles all of, or whatever guild that they go to. And it's like, what they do is they don't report it to the guild like they're required to. And because they don't do that, they can get away with doing it. He's like, well, I have to turn it down saying you're not even meeting the minimum, and they just find someone who's able to work. So, like, this is kind of in a weird, fucked up way.
Helena Taylor did a disservice because if she had just been honest up front with all of it, then more people could rally behind the fact that this needs to change.
Yeah.
It's almost as if voice actors need the Screen Guild to help them, need a union so that they can get fair wages.
They pay into it, and so it's just a matter of these video game companies bypassing the establised minimums.
Well,
and
how
not
are they
paying.
doing that?
They just don't report. They don't just report
corporate bullshit.
Well, if it's a United States, if it's like a guild that's in the United States or in Great Britain, and then it's a game that's made somewhere else, they just don't report it, and then they can just get someone to do it. So
yeah, they always find someone.
Yeah, it's just ultimately it's going to come down to making sure that people. Voice actors for games. It's so crazy how.
And then you look at all the 20-year-olds and younger people and even older people. It really doesn't have to do with age. Or like, well, I don't see what the big deal is. She's making. I'm going to do the math. $187 dollars and 50 cents an hour. It's like, yeah, and he's like, so why is she fucking complaining when I'm making, $12 an hour?
Because she doesn't work 40 hours a week at $187 an hour. I don't know if you.
But that's what people
that's
are
what
like.
the answer is.
She's a greedy ass bitch. She's already making almost $200 an hour, so she should shut up. It's like, okay, cool. If that's what you think,
no, it's just one gig.
There's like a few sessions and then nothing.
Yeah.
And that's if you can even get those sections. I mean, it's almost worse than being a game developer themselves. You make the game, and then they kick your ass to the curb. Here at the voice, if you're a voice actor, it's like, here's the price that we're gonna pay you. It's ridiculously low, and if you don't like it, I'm gonna kick your ass to the curb and get somebody else.
Yeah. All right. Well, that's that saga. Do you guys have anything else that you wanted to go over?
Oh, man. I didn't hear you mention anything about the Warner Brother Games announcement
Nope.
that Mortal Kombat Onslaught.
Nope.
I fucking love Mortal Kombat. Did y'all know there's a new Mortal Kombat game?
No.
I'm rushing out to support it. And then I read
about it.
a mobile exclusive
That's probably why I heard nothing about it.
RPG. Wait, what? I like Mortal Kombat. I like RPGs. I like the Mortal Kombat Deception. That's with the one, with there was like Liu Kang and it was like a Kung Lao and then there was, I think it was Conquest mode and you would go and it was like I want that so bad again in a Mortal Kombat game. That's when like games were adding so much additional fucking content and modes. I was like, oh my God, this is amazing. But I don't know if it's going to be like that here.
I don't
It
think
is a mobile exclusive Mortal Kombat experience. The game is described as a collection role-playing game where players build a roster of fighters from the Mortal Kombat universe and quote-unquote unleash them in a massive real-time group battle.
Yep.
Massive real-time battles. Mortal Kombat. It's more than just battles, though, said the developer. Onslaught is said to feature a cinematic story experience where fighters have to defeat a dark and dangerous threat.
With your wallet?
Yeah. October 8th marks the series' 30th anniversary, so congratulations to Mortal Kombat and Ed Boon. I fucking love y'all. But I don't know about this. Mortal Kombat Onslaught seems to be a celebration of that. Says this fucking writer for this fucking publication. There's no celebration, my friend. Not only is it the newest mobile game in the series, but it's also the most recent title. Are those accolades that we should be giving a shit about? As far as the future of the series is concerned, outside of the mobile market, NetherRealm has been pretty quiet lately. Outside of our interview with the franchise co-creator Ed Boon, where he said we'd have to wait a little longer, the most recent news we've received is patiently waiting for news on the next NRS game, and it's the guy underwater skeleton. So... anyways, Mortal Kombat Onslaught is coming out sometime in 2023. If you want to sign up for more updates, fuck you. Don't give them money.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Not looking forward to that.
Automatic pass.
Yeah.
Straight trash. Garbage. I don't care. There are very few good mobile games, but when you talk about collection, collection. Because if you can't collect them all, you can give me money and you can collect them faster.
You have a stone Sub-Zero, but I got a ruby Sub-Zero. But we're all trying to get up into,
the diamond Sub-Zero.
The diamond
Plaid.
To get all the way
Plaid
Gotta get that
Sub-Zero.
plaid.
He's wearing
Flannel.
Ding, 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 ding. Oh my God.
He does use an X.
Moneyology. Ding, ding, ding. And he grabs your fucking wallet, rips your money and burns it.
You're broke.
Moneyology.
No, thank you. No. Hey, at least Ed Boon said that once this is done and it's passed, we will start getting announcements for the other game. He's like, we're going to focus on one project at a time. So he's like, I don't want to talk.
What he said?
Yeah, he's like,
Good.
look, this is the next thing on the horizon. He knows.
He doesn't have control over it. I mean, the guy created it. It's the franchises and the business and the fucking IP.
Yeah, the
But,
evil, the shape-shifting lizard people who pull all the strings and make all the money.
I wouldn't go that far. Some people would, but not me. Anyways, thank y'all so much. But you know what? Even that news is not bringing me down because we have great news this week. With
Good Monday.
It's a great Monday. Henry Cavill is returning as Superman, and we are getting more. We are getting a Superman sequel. It seems it's all but confirmed. So. All happy and smiles here at the Angry Joe Show. Thank you for watching. Thank you to our sponsors. Click the links down below for Incogni, a new service from Surfshark. Very interesting. I think some of you may need it if your information is out there. So thank you all so much for watching, and we will see you on the next Angry Joe Show. Bye, guys.